What is up, people? I am back for the second time, and finally, I get to talk about Heroes Con. I know if you guys been watching, you've been watching a lot of haul videos on Heroes Con. A lot of people went to Heroes Con this year. It was great. It was awesome meeting so many people. So we're gonna go through what I picked up, and I'll explain what I was doing at Heroes Con. But before I do, let's go into my shout outs. Right here, Comic Press, Express Comic Book Press and Services, guys. Erod 212, man. Use the word code 10. You will receive 10% off your order. You can find him on his Instagram at ExpressCBP, email expresscbp.com. Is also the website. You can submit your books to CGC, CBCS, either one, whatever you prefer. For King Presses, my man Erod 2, Express Comic Book Press and Services. Where else can you get 10% off? Right here at thegeekyswapshop.com, guys. This is where you get the New York Warriors merchandise and Lord of the Long Box merchandise and 10% off the website. But type in NY Warriors to receive the 10% off. So don't forget, where else can you get 10% off? HallsOfHeroesCollectibles.com, guys. That's right. Go to the website, buy some stuff. When you get to the end at the discount, put the discount code BLC646 and you'll receive 10% off. Not going to get 10% off here, but my man, Spotty Power Tumblers, guys, come on. Guys, sub him up. We're trying to get him to the 1K club. Right now, we're working on the 550. If you're not sub, please, if you know somebody who's not sub to him, please, so let's get him to that 1K, because you know what? We're going to be doing some giveaways. That's right. Somebody can win a personalized tumbler, coffee mug, knife, coaster, whatever he does, man. Does some great stuff. Go check him out. Link should be below. If it's not working, please let me know, because I got to probably update it. So if you're not, check my channel, see where the sub thing is. Got to sub them up. Let's get them up there. Oh my goodness, what can I say? So let's go into the chat. We got Who That Comics. He goes, he's the first one here, Heroes Con. That is so last month. Yes, it is. And I'm finally time to get to do my video, because I'm not home all the time. I've been busy. It's been crazy. It's been nuts. So before I even get to the halls, the Heroes Con halls, just want to mention Terrific Con's coming around the corner. So I am doing a giveaway. There was a donation from a YouTuber. He has donated this 9.8 Batman Who Laughs #1 variant cover, white pages. Can enter to win this. I believe I put the link down below. But the main reason is you must be going to Heroes Con. If you're not, I mean, Terrific Con. I'm sorry, Terrific Con. Do the enter. Must be going to enter that. So thank you for the YouTuber that's been donating a lot of stuff. He even donated something for Heroes Con, and there was a winner, Brian LCS, on that. And the second prize winner at Heroes Con was Cliff. And of course, I always try to do a second prize giveaway for Terrific Con. So second prize will be these two. That's right. They get both Superman Treasury, the A and B cover. This will be the second prize. Again, go follow the rules. Must be going to HeroCon to get in. And I tell you right now, and I tell you, let me see. That's mine. Wait, I have to be present to win. Yes, you must be going to Terrific Con. Just like you're going to Heroes Con. You must be there. No, yes, that's right. That's right. No, so sorry. So sorry. But those are the rules. Just like Heroes Con, there was not too many entries. To tell you the truth, I believe Heroes Con was about 8 entries. 8. So if you was in that one, you had a great chance of winning, and there was 2 prizes. And I believe out of the 8, there was at least, I believe 2 people out of the 8, I don't think were at Heroes Con. So the chances were humongous. If you didn't win, I don't know what to tell you. But Terrific Con is even better, because right now, up to date, is only 4 entries for Terrific Con. This is a big con. It's 3 days. It's a lot of people going. Only 4 entries. and there's 2 prizes. So the chances of 2 out of the 4 winning is humongous. I don't know what to tell you. So a lot of people, I don't know, they don't like free stuff, or they don't not, they don't know. I don't know how much I could tell you. I just placed it on Instagram, and I'm doing the best I can. But I can't force people to enter. It is what it is. But kudos for the people who did enter. They got the best chance of winning. Okay, so let's talk about Heroes Con. Guys, like I said, there's too many people that I did not get the chance to meet, so I'm not going to start saying names because I don't want to leave nobody out. This year is my 4th Heroes Con in a row that I've been lucky to go because of my work schedule. Okay. First 2 times I went, awesome times. I just went there to have fun all 3 days. I've been there all the cons for all 3 days. Last year was a little different. Last year, I kind of like work / had fun. Wasn't really a full-time CGC witness at Heroes Con. So it was a little bit of work and a little bit of fun. This year, on the other hand, was full-time work. Capture Collectibles had a table, and we were busy. And I did a lot of running around. So technically, when I usually come home from a con, if you've seen my live videos, I usually come with a brick full of books when I'm going to long boxes. This year did not happen because I did not have time, but I did do some type of shopping. Okay. This year also was the 4th time that we've done a YouTube after party on Friday. Okay. It started 4 years ago that I know of, and it was a small group, not too big of a group. I would say maybe a dozen, handful of YouTubers got together. Since 3 years ago, for the 4th time, it has grown every single year since then. I believe this year there was at least, I would say, close to 30 to 40 people on Friday night after party, and some YouTubers didn't go, so there would have been more. We had a great time. Again, I didn't have a chance to really meet almost everybody that was there. There was so many people. I had such a great time talking, meeting some, and hanging out, and the time goes by so fast. And I had a great time. So besides the Friday night, I'm crossing my fingers that I'm off again for next year, because I love going to this con. It's a comic book con. You probably heard it from everybody who's been doing videos of Heroes. Nobody really has any really complaints about it. Some people think it's great. Some people say it's okay. Everybody's got their opinion, but everybody has the same thing, saying it's a comic book convention. If you're into comic books, it's mostly comic books, and that's true. So I'm going to show you my haul. Again, I didn't have time to go into people's long boxes. I worked most of the time, and I was really, really tired. We were really busy. So I did pick up some things here and there. I think I did pretty good. I believe this year, out of all the years at Heroes Con, I didn't really go through quantity. I went from quality in this con. So, me saying that, let's start with the Heroes Con convention book. Okay, this is the convention book that we had, 2025, as you can see. And it was last month in June. In the convention book, had all the guest star, the map, and all that stuff, and even had some drawings in there, which was pretty cool, and it was free. So continuing on, picked up some books. Did find this Mall Premiere First Falcon. It's in great condition. I was going to get this signed by Jim Shooter, but if you guys didn't know, Jim Shooter has passed away. So I didn't get a chance, and this is what happened. So, guys, if you're getting your book signed by legends, old timers, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate, because we're losing these great people from time to time, and it's getting, it's getting harder and harder. So if you guys, gonna get something autographed, don't wait. So I picked that up. Then I came across a book, which I already have. Thank God I picked this up, because I just found out at Terrificon the voice of the Thundercats is going to be there. So I'm going to get him to sign this book, and I'm going to get this graded. And he's a Thundercat. So what did I pick up from Heroes? Of course, I had to pick up a Thundercats #1. I believe there are 5 different variant covers of this. Of course, there's like the newsstand, the Canadian Price variant and stuff like that. Second printing, third printing, and stuff like that. So it's a great looking condition book. You can see the price tag on there, $60, but I didn't pay $60 because I made him a little deal. What else did he have there? The same place. I had to find Super Friends #1. Anytime I find any of these cartoon books in great condition, I gotta pick it up. Definitely gonna get this graded. Super Friends #1. I believe I got one already, but definitely another great pickup. And this was just quick stuff that I was going through. What I also got is, I found this. This is not for me. I found this for my daughter because she's a Powerpuff fan. So I picked up a Powerpuff comic, and I believe it's signed too right there. So she wanted a book, I got a book. So and at my table where we did have some books. If you guys didn't know, Jenny Frism was at Heroes Con, and I did pick up that Jenny Frism Pink Ranger book. Classic, iconic, first Pink Rangers series. Picked up 2 of those. Then she also did the X Factor #5. Came out really, really nice. Then I got this Hello Darkness one right there. So, also like to see a shout out for Comics Curing Cancer, who's always at Heroes Con. Give a shout out for the hard work that these guys put in. Legion of Comics, Rob's Fat Stacks, DJ Links. All right. And I'm not gonna forget Mrs. DJ Links, who's always there, helping out, going through everything. So get a little credit, for Miss Links for what you do. So everybody knows #cancer sucks. Cancer's horrible. So gotta give credit for these guys working so hard to fight cancer, And if you guys see them at a con, pick up a booth, man, because all that goes towards, cancer research and stuff like that. So I picked up a book the first day, and I believe I picked up the last copy of this. Wait, you shopping? Yeah. I didn't. I shopped a little bit. I picked up this Austin Lemmy art book. I believe this is a metal cover. And I picked up the last copy he had. I don't know how many of these were. They're limited to 10. It says it right here. I got the card in the back. It says it right there, right there. Limit 10. So I got the last one. And most likely I probably will. He was Austin Lemmy was also there. I also talked to him on Friday night. Didn't get a chance to get it over, but I know for sure sooner or later I will get him to sign this and get it graded. So, Comic Curing Cancer, right there, 2025 art book. Give credit. That was a Heroes Con exclusive, you could say. So at our table, we had some exclusives kind of books. that sold out pretty fast. I even posted an IG to see if anybody wanted to come in. So this was a Heroes Con, almost like an exclusive also. It was the Michael Jordan book, Fame exclusive. This is limited to 200. Omar Rodriguez is the artist on this. Trying to take that shine out. Yeah, it is really, really nice. If you see it in person, the uniform, kind of like it's shiny. This is the Fame one. And the cards, they have a card. All right. I have, believe it or not, I got it number 69 out of 200. Not only did I get one, I got two, and this is actually number 70 out of 200. So I got 69 and 70. Great Michael Jordan book. This, let me tell you something, these went fast. When people found out about them and they came over, and next thing you know, they were gone. Oh, I just bought some Jordans last night. There you go. Some sneakers, Jordan, or whatever. So Omar Rodriguez was at the booth. He was signing also. If you wanted to get his signing and graded, so he's such a cool dude. He was packing up, and he had some stuff, and he was giving it away. So he gave me some. He gave me a gift. He even signed it, and I got the print for the books that he did, and he signed it right there on the bottom. So I got the nice print here with the book, with the matching book. Look at that. That is so dope. It is so cool to have that. Thank you so much, Omar, for giving me that. So basically, that was my raw book haul. Yeah, not what you were expecting. You know, usually sneakers. You can keep the sneakers. I'll stick with the books. You know, so again, I didn't have that much time to do shopping, so those were my little raw books that I bought when I'm walking around. I found some stuff. So moving on to some slabs, and I do have a slab here that was given to me free for a friend of mine that I met for the first time at Heroes Con. Well, I wasn't expecting this. He caught me off guard, and I thank him. He's in the chat. Thank you, who that. What he gave me was a Jungle Action Black Panther number 7 9.0 with the fantasy film logo on it. Thank you so much. I'm definitely keeping this. I am a big Black Panther fan. To tell you the truth, I really don't have any of the Jungle Action Black Panther, even though I come across it so many times and never had picked it up. Yeah, that guy is amazing. Yeah, that guy's amazing. Yeah. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. It really, really looks way better than 9.0. I can tell you right now. Looks better than 9.0. It's like a type of book and grade that I would send in and it would come back on 9.0 when it looks better than 9.0. So thank you so much. Appreciate that. It's a classic cover too. I just love it. That's this is 1973. This book came out, so that's right around where I started collecting. So thank you so much. Appreciate that. Just my luck. Who that? Boston Chris, Mr. Let. We all stayed at the same hotel. We even hung out. I think was it the first or second night at the hotel at the restaurant, and we were chit chatting for a long time. And so it was so cool to hang out with them. Even I think we had lunch at one time and stuff like that. I got a Jordan Auto. Is it called? Had sign, no stickers. Signature garbage, number to 100. Nice. You're welcome, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I was looking around for an upgrade on a book. Had a price in mind, grade in mind, and if you guys know, when I go shopping for raw books, I try to find raw books that are 7.5 or higher for, the decent price. Hopefully to get them back at that graded, to get it that grade. So this time I started to go to look for a graded book at a 7.5. Okay, at a 7.5. The problem was they had the book, tons of books of what I wanted, but the problem is trying to get the grade I wanted. Now there was tons of books that the grades were lower, 6.5s, not no 7.8, or they were higher than a 7.5, 8.5. So basically, it was too low or too high of the grade that I was looking for. Kind of bummed. So instead of, I'm not going to go down to, buying a 6.5, so if I couldn't get the 7 or 7.5, I decided to go the other way around. What's up, feeling? Says hello. So I decided to go to a higher grade. Didn't feel like doing it. That means more money. I did. So I pulled out a trigger. This is an upgrade for the one I have. I still have the other one. It's a lower grade, but I'm still going to hang on to it for a little while. I have to show the Jordan card when I'm out with you and Jigs. Yeah, no problem. Cool. So what I picked up was, and this was a grade way higher than I expected that I wanted to get. I got a deal, and on top of that, the page quality is what also made it really great. So what I picked up was an 8.5 First Falcon, white pages. That's right. It says white pages, 8.5. What a beautiful, beautiful book. You really can't really see it because of the plastic, but I did not get this from the Comic Links booth, but whoever had it, they bought it from a Comic Links book because they put the stickers in the back. All right, and it says it right here: origin, first appearance of the Falcon, Sam Wilson, and Red Wing. Red Skull appearance, and MODOK is a cameo. All right, so I'm glad to have this, even though it's higher than my 7.5, 7 to 7.5, but I'm thrilled to have it. So this is definitely, I know exactly where I'm going to put this. This book is going to be displayed somewhere, so can't wait. So I got that. So again, spend more money on higher graded stuff. So the first day was, I was looking for another upgrade, which I had in mind, which I saw last year all over the place. They had the grade of this book, tons of places, right? So I had a price in mind, even who that was with me, and we talked about it, and I told him how much that I was willing to pay in cash for the book. And pretty much he agreed with me. It was a fair market value price. Now, everybody at this con, at Heroes Con, had this book, had the grade, and they were all pretty much about the same amount on price-wise. All right. So they were all in the ballpark figure. So pretty much my offer to all these people for the book was pretty much dead on. So I went to a certain booth. I'm not going to say the name. They had the price. So I asked them, all right, I looked at the price. I looked at the book. I offered it, says, all right, I'll give you 900 cash, which, was, a little over what the price they had. And they didn't take it. They wanted a little more than that, and they didn't take it. So fine, no problem. I got no problems because I know in the con they had money. Everyone was overpriced, if I remember right. Is the book that I'm thinking of? Yeah, like I said, every booth had this book, this grade, all pretty much in the ballpark figure. So they're all pretty much the same amount. So I kept going around, looking around. Came across one booth looking at the book. This guy had the book, the grade. He had it more money price-wise. He had it more money than the other guy that I asked, right? So his price was higher than the other guy. And he goes, I'll make a deal. You know, I says, I don't think you're gonna go for the price I'm looking for. Before I even said my price, he says, I'll do 900. I said, and I looked at him, I'm like, 900. I says, that's the price I was looking for. And I told him, I says, I would add another booth. The guy had the price lower than what you had, and he didn't take it. You have the same book, and your price was even higher than any other guy, and you taking the fair market value. That's a person that wants to sell the book, knows how much he's gonna get, and listen, the deal worked out for both of us. So I got the book. It was a 7.5, I believe, 7.5. As you know, that's the grade, right? But here's the thing. That book I was going to keep for myself. I was happy with the 7.5, but I made a deal with another YouTuber that had the same book, but a higher grade. He didn't want the higher grade. He wanted to get a lower grade. So basically, he wanted the 7.5. So I says, okay, I'll get the 7.5. I told him how much I was hunting it for. So I says, all right, so I'll get the book for that price and then throw a little more cash on it. And then he'll sell me his higher grade. The deal was done. So I sent him the 7.5 and he sent me the 8.5. And this is what I got. I got Iron Man #1. Now, if you guys know, I am trying to complete this run. #1 to 332. All right. I believe I'm almost there. I'm a couple of books short. I'm like this close. I was always thinking that this was going to be the last book to get to complete the run because, of course, it was the most expensive. But in this case, like I said, I couldn't pass up the deal that I already made, and I was going to get the book. So I'm stoked to have this. But guys, just like the other Captain America 117, it is white pages. I mean, a Captain America 117 white pages, an Iron Man #1 8.5 white pages again. I mean, damn. Not off white to white, but twice, 2 books. All right, 2 books, both 8.5s, both white pages, both key books. I mean, luck. And this looks like the old type CGC grading. So this is like old time. So I don't know if this can be cracked and pressed and then be higher. Who knows? But I'm stoked with the grade. I just don't want the grade to go down. So I'm keeping the way it is. So I got 2 8.5 key books, white pages for both. Damn. To me, that's crazy. I think I did very well on comics. So that was my comic book haul from HeroesCon. Not much, opposite of what you usually see me, doing my live shows and what I've been presenting. But that cap, I bet, would be a 9.2 if you pressed it. Maybe, could be. You never know. So I had an exhibitor pass. And so basically we got there one day before the con opens up. The con was a 3-day con. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So by Thursday, a lot of the dealers are down on the show floor, setting up. People are walking around, exhibitors, vendors, and everybody, So me and Who Dat and Boston Chris, we actually got in downstairs early on Thursday, and we were walking around, and I came across a booth right near Comics Curing Cancer, and it's one booth. He had some action figures hanging on the wall. So I was asking him, how much for the action figures. I believe he said they were $20 a piece, and says, oh, it's a good price. He says, what happens if I buy more? He says, oh, he'll drop the price. So little by little, me and Hudat walked around, came back. We actually came back later to do some more stuff. Hudat went to get a drop or something for Keith Williams, and I went back to the booth for the the action figures. So I went there. He started pulling out boxes and boxes of action figures. He says, hey, I got more. You want to look through these? I said, fine. So I looked through all the ones he had. I picked out, I think, like 10 or 11 or something like that. And he goes, all right. So I said 10, 11. So I'm figuring, maybe he drops it down to $10 a piece or something like that. So he comes over and he actually says, what would you do if you take all of them? I just looked at him. I'm like, all of them? Because he didn't want to take them back. His girlfriend that was working the booth, they didn't want to take it back at all. He says, what would you do to take all the action figures? Says, well, I looked at him, I'm like, well, I really didn't need, all of them, but, So the guy tells me, he threw a price at me. He says, you could have all the action figures for $350. $350. So I'm sitting there. What's up, GT Comics is in the house. So I'm sitting there. I'm looking through the action figures, this and everything, and I'm like debating. I'm like, man, I'm like, this is Thursday. Con's not even open yet, and I'm already getting hit with a $350 bill, that I wasn't planning to spend. As you can see, I was looking for key books, which I was already spending money. So then I told the guy, I looked at him and I told him, all right, you know what? $325. $325. And he looked at me and he says, deal. So I was like, wow. Okay. So these boxes that you see right here, these are all the action figures that I bought. And I couldn't bring everything by myself because the top one, you're going to see that they were all sticking out. So I had my man Hudat assist me because we were at the same hotel when we walked over and went to drop off the action figures. And the other thing that was, I put him to work just that one time, just the one time. And here's the funny thing, right? When we get to the hotel, we get to my room, we drop the stuff off. Hudat laughs, and I'm like, what's the matter? What's so funny? He goes, I have the same room number, but I'm on a different floor. So he's like an exact room, but just like a couple of floors down from where I'm at. So we're like lined up. The hotel's big. There's a lot of rooms. And to have the same room number, but on a different floor, which was kind of pretty funny. So we were laughing. So we're going to go through all the action figures that I picked up, which I wasn't planning to, but I picked up, and I grew up on these back in the days, these action figures. These action figures back in the days when they first came out, they were like $5 a piece. You used to find them like in the end of an aisle, like in a barrel and stuff like that. They used to have it. That's how it was. So we're going to go through all of them. What we got? So we're going to start off with this one here that's sticking out. Okay. I'm going to go by one. So these are what those Mego action figures back in the days. So this series that he had, I grew up watching on television. You guys gonna know this was a television series. This was the Batman series. So I picked up the Bookworm. All right, you guys remember Bookworm? In the back, it shows you like all the TV personnel that were in there. You could see Mr. Freeze. There's the Bookworm, the Mad Hatter. There's the Joker. There's Egghead, Shane, Catwoman, Penguin, other Catwoman, King Tut, Chief O'Hara, Dick Grayson, Robin, Batman, Adam West, Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, the Riddler, and Alfred. All right. So got the bookworm. Let me leave one out, make it easier. And then I got Egghead. Vincent Price, Egghead. If you see the costumes that they're wearing, they put the TV episode alongside it. So you can see when he's walking into Commissioner Gordon's office, that's where he's at wearing that. So I got that one. Then I got Shane, a Cowboy Shane there. Got Shane. It said, again, you can see the episode matching the uniform, the clothes that he's wearing. So I got Shane. It's all Batman 1966 series. Why does this keep falling down? I'll put this over here. All right. And I got Dick Grayson. So now, not Robin, but I got Dick Grayson. Got that one. This is the episode with Batman, limited edition. He's got this boxing gear on. So a lot of these I haven't even seen, to tell you the truth. Capital Comics is where the booth name was. That's their name right there. And then, of course, we got Batman. Batman. To me, Batman. I grew up Batman with the gray with the yellow outfit. I don't know. These might be a little older series. Capital Comics, they were great. They had great prices. Yeah. Too bad I didn't even look at that book. And then there's another Shane with a different. This was a different episode, different clothes. So I got two Shanes, two different ones. And another Egghead. Again, different episode, different clothes. Another Vincent Price. Now, if you guys didn't watch one of the episodes, Batman and Robin, like when they're always at the end and they're about to they're in a death trap or something. Well, here's one where they're tied to the thing. I don't know which one the thing. This is the episode right here where they're about to get electrocuted or something like that. So they even give you all tied up and the wood thing there. So I got that Robin episode. And then I got a King Tut. He's in that surgical uniform when he's doing those medieval ants or something like that episode. You can see it right here. Got a whole thing. Try to spread them out. King Tut. And then another Batman. And another Batman here. Now you could see that his hand is missing. It's right here. It fell off. It's right there. Just got to be snapped back on. Not broken or anything. It just fell off. So I'm not going to open it up. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to open these up. They're going to stay right where they are. Another Batman suit there. It's probably a different episodes. Again, they're going by the TV screens. And here's another King Tut, and this is the clothes that you most of the time that you see King Tut at. Again, TV show matches the uniform. So as you can see, I got a couple of double of the people, different clothes. Here's a good one, Chief O'Hara. There you go. How many times you see these Chief O'Haras? I mean, these things are not expensive. They usually you can probably find these like I said for $20 a piece. And I got a whole bunch. I got them way less, from $20. You saw Robin in that episode. Well, here's Batman in the same episode. He's tied up to his right there. So these are great. I had some of these already, and I got doubles, not on this one, but I'll show you one when that comes out. Now, I know I have my daughter. She's a big Joker fan, so she definitely gonna probably grab these. Anything with a Joker. So, got the Joker in that opera outfit when he's on stage doing the opera. Love the Joker action figures. If I could find a Joker's action figures, I would pick them up. So, got that one. Now, if you guys seen the movie, there was a movie version where they have a bat boat and stuff. So here's Robin. He has the snorkeling gear on. He got the bat bazooka right here with all the action figures. You could see the bat boat right there. You can see that. He puts it in there. See? Got Batman. So I got the Batman bazooka one. So again, a lot of different action figures from a lot of episodes from the TV show. Okay. Joker, once again, this is the episode where he's in prison and he's on the baseball mound and he's got the glove in his hand and he throws the ball and then he gets ejected from the what you call from the home mound over the wall and he escapes from the episode. So another Joker one here. Again, classic one. Even this one even says exclusive on there. All right. So that's one box. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. All right. In that one box, I just showed 17 action figures. What's up, Mr. Collector 123? Nice to have you here. All right. One box, 17 action figures. All right. This is a little smaller box. Let's see what we got in here. All right. This is a classic. Another Joker. Now, this is the episode that the Joker has his own utility belt, just like Batman. And he tries to fight him just like him. You can see right here, here's the episode. You can see the belt on him. So another Joker with his suit there with the green and purple. So I got that one. And not just a Batman, but I do have Bruce Wayne. One of the episodes had Dick Grayson. Now I got Bruce Wayne. And here's another Joker one again. So a lot of Jokers. So I'm happy to get as many different Jokers again. I one of the favorites villains that I like with Batman. So no, this was the one in the suit when he just get out of jail, all right, and he has a regular suit. He's supposed to be all, revived. And here's one of different types of Mr. Freezes is Mr. Freeze. There were different versions. Yeah, this one here. Got the suit, got the little tank and everything. Didn't have the helmet on this one. There's no helmet on this one. He just breathes around his thing around his neck. Okay, continuing on. Another Batman action figure. So this is my third Batman one. All right, so I got 3 of those. And finally, we got a Robin to go with it. There's Robin, the Boy Wonder episode in his regular clothes. So you saw the other Robins I had. This is my third Robin, but by the one by itself. Here's something that's really cool. I got Alfred, the butler. That's pretty cool to get an action figure from him. Alfred. I'm glad to get this one. Another villain that I like besides the Joker. We got the Riddler with the top hat and the suit. You can see it right there, the episode where he had it on. The Riddler. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, so that was a small box. Let me write these down so I don't forget. So the first box that I showed you had 17 action figures, and this one had 8. All right. So that means we did 25 action figures so far. Now we got to go to this other big one right here. We had Dick Grayson, we had Alfred, we had Bruce Wayne, we got Barbara Gordon. There you go. Her in a freaking outfit right there. So Barbara Gordon got that one, which is pretty cool. We had Barbara Gordon. You gotta have Batgirl. They had Batgirl there too. All right. This is a little different than Batgirl's from the TV show. I got that one. Got another Dick Grayson. This is where he's wearing the black jacket, trying to infiltrate some teenagers, thinking he's a bad boy, but they look right through him. Couldn't act like a bad boy. And then we got another Bruce Wayne. Him in a smoke jacket at home, chilling. Bruce Wayne again. That's another Bruce Wayne one right there. I didn't know they had these many variants. Here's another classic villain, the Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter. Remember him? He's got the hat. Try to take out Batman. What's up, Derek? How's it going? This is all the stuff I got and picked up at Heroes Con. So you guys saw Robin with the suit, the wetsuit and everything. So they had one for Batman also with the Bat Bazooka, with the snorkeling gear and everything, just like the Robin one. You guys didn't see. So I got that one too, just like the Robin. So I got the matching set, the Batman and the Robin. So this one I had already. So this is a double. I already had this one, but I love this. This was the episode when Batman took on the Joker in a surfing contest at the beach. So he's got his baggies on, got the surfboard. When he tried to out-surf the Joker, I had this one already, so I got another extra one. So that's pretty cool. And got Barbara Gordon with the bikini from the same scene when she's at the beach where Batman did that surfing. So I got two Barbara Gordons and I got a Batgirl. Same scene at the beach, but I got Chief O'Hara undercover with a surfboard. But I don't know. They brought a surfboard, I guess, on the TV show because he's holding it right in his hand. So yeah, he did bring a surfboard. Right? You can see Joker. He had a surfboard too. He had a green one. So I got Chief O'Hara. So it's the second Chief O'Hara I got. So this is another double. Like I told you, the Batman with the surfboard I had already. His Joker with the surfboard, I had this one already. There's his baggy pants on there when he and Batman. You can see he's up on the beach trying to outdo Batman with the surfboard, and he had his face on the surfboard. A lot of the beach scenes right there. All right, so I got another classic Riddler episode. This the one when he challenges Batman in the boxing ring. He got the boxing gloves on. He throws some metal something sprinkles Batman's feet, and he had a magnet under the ring, so Batman couldn't move his feet, and he tried to outbox him. But Batman, of course, freed himself. And another Mad Hatter. This is the regular clothes of the Mad Hatter. This is what he regularly wear. So I got two Mad Hatters. And last but not least, the last one is Barbara Gordon getting married. This is the episode when the first episode when Barbara Gordon shows up on the Batman series and Penguin kidnaps her to try to marry her. She's in a wedding dress. And that's one villain they did not have. There was no Penguin ones there. So that is the whole of all the action figures I got. So I wrote down already the first two boxes. Now I'm going to put this and I'm going to count all these. 4. Okay, so in that box we had 13 action figures. So it's 38 action figures. All right, paid $325. So I don't know about the math, but pretty much I think that's a great deal. If anybody would do the math, that's fine. So that was my haul from Heroes Con. That's right. As you can see, didn't do that much shopping because, again, I was working the con all 3 days, very busy. But I think I did pretty well on what I picked up on the short time that I had. So again, it's a great con. Can't wait. Hopefully I'm off next year. So I got to do some more videos. I got another video coming up for the next free giveaway. Congratulations for Joker meets West. He won the 38 free giveaway. I got the Terrific Con giveaway going on right now. Again, if you guys sub to Spidey Pod Tumblers, get in on his channel, and we'll be doing some giveaways on that channel. I think I did pretty well. I got a Hershey Con haul, and on top of that, the biggest news is I received my CGC signed books from about 5 cons. So we're going to be doing, hopefully, a live show this week. We're going to go through a lot of books because I totally forgot what books, what signatures. So I'm actually going to open up the boxes. It's 3 boxes worth of books, big boxes. And I have to go through them. I usually try not to look at the grades, but I have to try to separate the books as best I can to remember from what con and what year. It's a lot of books. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a live show where anybody can come on and hang out, and feel free to go. This is the biggest, humongous orders that I've done at one time, which is it's crazy. I cannot wait for the CGD. Yeah. But here's the kicker though. Here's the kicker. I have I was just at Heroes Con, and I have a CGC. I was just at Heroes Con this weekend, and for my surprise, Jim Saranko was added on to the list, and I was trying to get Jim Saranko at Heroes Con, but he wasn't there, and he actually showed up at Hershey Con this weekend. So the 2 books that I brought with me to get signed at Heroes Con, I took with me to Hershey Con, and I got them signed by him, and of course I got them graded. I did not get them graded from Capture Collectibles because they were not there, so I had to go through a different one, JJL Comics or something. They were there, very friendly. They were very nice. So I'm going through them. So I got the 2 books. I added on pressing. It was only 2, so I got in pressing, and JJL is actually from my area. They're not too far from here, which is pretty close. So they get the pressings, and it's pretty much like almost an express type service. So I know they got press already and shipped out. So I should be getting them back pretty fast. I don't think they're gonna make it in time to go with this big order. I wish it was only 2 books to add on to here. It would have been great. So yeah, it's gonna be my biggest CGC signed book submissions. Oh, I can't wait. I have no idea. I have to go through the 3 boxes and try to separate it, try to remember. Definitely, I know that books, they're like 3 years ago, 4 years. The last time I was at Terrificon, I think that's when this order started, which was like three years ago. 3 years ago, Terrificon, that's what started. So in between there, there's a little bit here from this con and that con, so it's gonna be crazy. So can't wait. That's the reason why I have to go try to do these videos, because I'm trying to eliminate, trying to get rid of some of this stuff here, so I can do my videos, so I can put it away, so I have some room here, because that's a lot of slabs. This Saturday, I will be doing an auction this Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Savings Time. Because like I said, I got slabs coming in, so I have to make room, and so I got to sell slabs. They got to go out, so don't miss out, because I am selling these slabs at a low price, and they all got to go. I fit 3 slabs per box, so you save on shipping. Again, they're gonna be, if you want to send a slab for an AOK tonight, this is probably the best time. Again, if you're not a slab person, you can always win the slabs, crack it open, and keep the book yourself. If a person like raw books, you can do that, because going from a slab, cracking them open to a raw book, you can do. It's just you just can't get a raw book, and have it slab, because you gotta go through the CGC or CBCS to put the books in slabs. So I have a whole box about this big of slabs that I gotta go through, and I'm hoping to sell them all. But again, so I'm starting at low. It should be no reason why they all shouldn't go. I'm just letting you know. So stay tuned for that. That's this Saturday, but in between here and there in this week, stay tuned. I will be posting when I'm gonna do that CGC unboxing. Hopefully it should be this week. It's not gonna be Wednesday, because Wednesday Jigs does his new comic book hangout. So maybe could be Thursday. I have to see. Again, everybody's welcome. There will be the StreamYard link will be there, so you get to come in live and hang out and see and talk. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun and amazing. We're going to be talking about the books. We're going to be talking about the slide. We're going to be talking about the cons, to everything, because it's just a lot of books. So this was my Heroes Con haul. Again, it's not my typical, but I think I did very, very well. Again, I came home with some cool stuff, So I hit the like button, please. And if you're not subscribed, hit that bell. So this way, when I go live. And if you want to join my channel, again, that gets you membership giveaways. Gets you a shot on the free giveaways. And if you enter on the giveaway videos, you get 2 chances. And again, if you're a member, when I do only the member-only giveaways, only members get to win. So that's it. Thank you guys so much. Now I can finally put some of the stuff away, because I still have other videos of my LCS that I picked up. It's just tons of stuff that I got to try to find time to do these shows, the videos. So thank you guys so much. Be safe out there. Enjoy. I will be seeing everybody at Terrificon next month. And hopefully, my last big con will be at Rhode Island in November. First time going to Rhode Island. At Terrificon, I will be working those 3 days. At Rhode Island, I will also be working those 3 days. So maybe there'll be another con in between there, a small show here and there. Hopefully, you never know. But gotta try to save up money, and I don't know what's gonna hang for me for next year. But this year has been amazing. Go watch the videos of all the con shows and the pickups that I've gone through so far. I think this is great. Again, the CBCS Awards is also going on. If I'm not nominated, if you want to nominate, that's fine. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. And like I always say at the end of my shows, the cat is out. Peace.